Good enough. Hey, JKK. JKK. Oh, bit of a tongue twister. I haven't really said much today. How's it going? Doing alright. Now that I'm actually out of bed, I was certainly none too interested earlier. Oh. Hello. Alright, so I kind of want to do this with TypeScript, because it's kind of stupid not to. I gotta go look up a TypeScript project that I've done. Hey, Jzana. Not a lot. How about yourself? Oh, yes. That is my favorite shirt. That is my favorite shirt. It's probably the only shirt I'd ever consider having two of. Hey, Yoho. Hey, Fate. Hope you're all doing well today. Hey, Babsy. Alright, TypeScript projects. I've gotta have like a basic TypeScript project that I can clone. I really should set up like a template or something. Thanks for the sub, English. How's it going? Alright, what do we got? These are all like projects. Maybe this one. This one might be simple enough. There we go. This one will probably be fine. Doing alright. Doing alright. I don't know if this will work. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna wait for that. A couple of files I have to copy. I need the TS config. I need this webpack config. I don't. Yeah. What? I've never wanted node modules unignored. Alrighty. What are we doing here? This is in the TS config. This is my webpack config. I keep typing JSON. I just mean to type JS. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better now. I don't really need like eyedrops anymore, which is nice. Overall, like the transition has been pretty smooth, I think. Alright, so we do this. We care about these. Main typings, version. I don't really... I should. Description. A small tool to build a combat story with just 2 numbers. I do care about author because I will be uploading this to NPM. Alright. Well, do I need to upload this to NPM? Not really. How do we do it for MagicCon? MagicConnect. Content interfaces. Hey, Sai. Hey, Kaneda. How are you two doing? Alright, so this is prepare. There's some magic that just makes this work, and I have no idea what it is. Thanks, JRK. Like, whatever. We're gonna try. Someone can tell me if it works or not when they go to implement it. I'm not gonna implement it myself. I'm gonna be that scumbag. That's not what I want. I want a source folder. I wanna. Oh, the Discord bot does say something. Alright, we'll just call it test.ts. I don't really care. Not gonna install Ava for this. We're just gonna do ts node test.ts. I think that'll be good enough. Alright, so I guess a little preface on what I'm building. So in Cryptoblades, combat is you roll a number versus another number. So what I'm making is I'm going to make something that tells a story. It's like multi-twitch. Yeah, it's multi-twitch.tv. So it's like twitch.tv, but throw a multi in front of it. So this will... It's not going to fundamentally change anything about combat in Cryptoblades. What it will do is make it look a little bit nicer. So instead of you rolled 2, they rolled 4, it's going to be like they rolled this and then this happened, they rolled this and then this happened. So it's going to be kind of neat. I hope his stream is going well. Of course, the one day I want to stream, you know, Chris is streaming as well, but that's okay. Sai, if you want help on that, you're going to have to ask in Discord. My involvement with Cryptoblades is, like, pretty low. I've been focused on MagicConnect, getting the IDO ready, and some other stuff related to MagicConnect. Alright. I wonder if there's like a different main file. What is it? This is lib/index.js. I wonder, it must build when you install it, right? But how does it do that? I don't understand. Thanks for the follow, Crypto Sam. Oh, thanks for the follow, JRK, as well. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Anda. Your private round allocation. I am not promising a single thing. I don't know how it all works. This will be my first time being where I am in that process. Normally I'm very hands off. But I'm gonna be not hands off this time. So I will learn firsthand how everything works. This is magic, but I wish I knew. Alright, we're going to take a super secret trip to the back end. I wonder if it does it when it installs the content here. npm run build, setup data. That just runs script setup data. God, it's magic. KR just does things that are magic. And I've been meaning to ask him like how this works. I keep forgetting. Hello, Wolf. So I guess I could just plan to publish it to NPM then. It's going to be annoying if anyone needs to extend this, but That's too bad. Alright, so we want to... combat story args. Sport. Thanks! That is one of the newest characters for MagicConnect. And by newest, I mean this is like the final version, not the concept art version. I'm expecting a couple more around Monday. So there's going to be a lot of exciting stuff coming for that. Interface, combat story, results. So I know what the ARGs are going to have to take. They're going to have to take combatant. We're going to do names as a string. Powers is a number. Well, that's stupid, because why would I do that when I can just do combatants, and then we have combat story combat, and then we need to do Jigoku, this is going to be 4 Cryptoblades, yes. Hey, Newsier. Yes, I know, leave me alone. So we're gonna do get combat story. Perfect. It knows, GitHub knows what I want. Alright, so this is gonna have a name string, it's gonna have a power number. Yeah, my words per minute when I'm actually like typing everything comes out to like 100 or over 100. I've capped out at like 120. Alright, what is this result gonna have? I don't know how you're connecting the dots. This is actually completely different from the rock, paper, scissors comment that I made the other day. I'd be curious to hear your train of thought with that. Well, you gotta remember with code, like, words per minute doesn't really matter. It only matters as long as my brain is keeping that much in mind. Alright, so we're gonna do const result. Oh, that's not gonna work at all. Alright, so this will... I want an export interface combat story step. And I think we're gonna give it a... what are we gonna do? This is actual thinking. I wasn't prepared for that. I thought I had this all designed in my head, and I don't. Like, what's this result gonna have? This result is gonna have... So this is gonna have a message. This is going to have a combatant list. I think that's reasonable. Oh my god. So it'll be the current message as well as the state at that point. Oh, I need the winner. I need the winner as well. You know what I want to do? I'm gonna queue up some music. I'm really enjoying having like actual earbuds now, so I can listen to music while I'm on stream. I can just queue up like whatever nonsense I want. Unfortunately, that means you guys don't get music, but it lets me focus a little bit better. Alright, so do I just want to do like a winner index? It's kind of dumb, but I can make it so you always pass the winner first. No, here's... No, I'm not going to scope creep this. I'm going to do it exactly as I have it planned and spec'd. It will be two things fighting. Alright, we're going to do... damage dealt. Alright, so with this, I basically have to... Oh, no, I'm not looking for music. I like my music. I like my music a lot. Alright, we're gonna do steps. So for sure, we have the steps there. Well, we'll just build it as we go. So, const result, I combat story results equals this, steps, that, return result. Alright, so now I have a technically valid function, so there's that. That's kind of cool. I'm going to build a test for this. So I'm going to do import get combat story from there. I want to do console.log get combat story. And this is going to be combatants and winner index. We're just going to make the winner index 0. So we're going to start with two combatants. One of them's name is going to be Seiyrias, and my power is going to be 10,000. And the next one is going to be Sarah Doman. Alright. This thing has clearly spent a little bit too much time with my MMO's NPC name list. I actually don't know if that's in there. We're going to put Krogan here, and he's going to have a power of 9999. That should be a pretty fair fight. Different enough that testing it shouldn't be too absurd. So we'll see how that goes. And then if I do node test, npm test. Okay, that's better. All right. So what we have to do is we have to build this backwards, which I feel like I've done it before. I'm gonna go check how I did this before, just to make sure I'm not reinventing the wheel too much. So, where do I do this? It would be in shared combat simulator. Oh, I need a seed. I need a seed. That's really important. And then I need to npm I seed random. Shit. We're gonna do seed is like, oh, I put that in the wrong spot actually. That needs to be here. We're gonna do seed of test. Actually, seed should be optional, I guess. It'll make testing nicer, but whatever. I'll make a seeded one, and I'll make an unseeded one. Seed 1. Seed 1. So I just want to be clear, this thing I'm working on right now is for Cryptoblades. Do you mean MagicConnect, Lone Wolf? Seed random. That's what I want. How do I use seed random? There we go. Imports. Oh, yeah, okay. I can still talk about MagicConnect. I can talk about whatever. So MagicConnect is entirely free to play. It is going to be fairly generous. So, Oh, this. Yeah, this is just like this is a thing to spice up Cryptoblades combat, just visually. So it's not anything too interesting. It's not like changing anything. Okay, so I want to do const rng equals seed random args.seed. Okay, I need that. What? Well, that's interesting. Oh. Do I have to do star as? Okay, yeah. Not really an animation, exactly. This could be used to make like an animated version of the combat. That is not the intent by any means. Okay, this is gonna be... Okay. I'm not even gonna bother looking at that, I think. That's gonna be too much. Beat you to it, English. Luckily, I like this water. It is lemon blackberry. Alright, so there's gonna be... for enum combat step type, combat story step type. There's gonna be an attack, there's gonna be a miss, there's gonna be a dodge. Miss and dodge are the same thing, we'll just start simple. Why am I getting this email? Leave me alone. Okay. Alright. If it's like not artificial watermelon and like real watermelon, I agree. I don't really mind it. But like artificial watermelon and like artificial grape are two of my least favorite flavors. I can't. Alright, so I have to build this in reverse. So someone has to be the loser. So the initial state is going to be something like... I'm going to do another thing here. I'll do that as well. So we're going to start with const winner equals... And I think I have to go back and forth. I think... Okay. So the flow here should be fairly simple. I start with someone at 0 health, and then I heal people back up to their HP. And then I just cut it off at the end, I guess. So I'm gonna do... Well, true for now. This is not the right way to do this, but I don't know. So we're gonna do const I combat story step equals message damage dealt 0 combatants. Why is it suggesting this? If I know there's a convenient way to show what I'm listening to, even if I'm not listening to it publicly. I wonder if you can, like, stream Spotify or something. Levitate isn't in here, is he? So combatants needs to hold the state of all of the combatants. And this is going to be dumb. Okay, so how this works is I actually need to build this default state. So const final step combat story step equals this. It's gonna be message damage dealt combatants. I'm just gonna do this. Alright. So this is gonna be what if I make it so the winner always has to be the first one? I mean, that's convenient, right? So we'll just make it so the winner is always the first one. That way I don't have to do anything weird here. So we'll do... We probably want this to be a minimum of like 3 to 4 steps. So what we'll do is final step.message equals... Oh, thank you. Slays, kills. Motivation to study programming. I don't really study anymore, per se. The way that I got through college or anything like that was... Well, I'm distracted by games, too. You should see the ludicrous amount of games I play. The trick is to balance it with actually getting something done. Which, don't ask me how I managed to still get anything done with this mess that I have called a life. But I, like, the way that I... Oh, really? You get a 404, huh? Oh. The way that I get anything done with, like, learning programming is I have a project in mind. And when I have a project in mind, I kind of just go from there. So I motivate myself by having a project I want to build, and then I just do what I have to do to build it. And that's kind of a self-motivating thing for me, is like having a goal is how I get anything done at all. Hey Crookie Duck, thanks for the follow. Final step.damage dealt equals... Alright, so I need a way to get like a random number based on your power. So let's build a function for that. Const get power, get random power based on, get random damage based on power. Can miss equals true. This last attack can never miss. That would be kind of bad. RNG. Can I do that? Yo, I can. I'm gonna change this to an uppercase then. just so I have the typing correct. Alright, I'm gonna quick change my playlist. I'm gonna give myself... Ooh, alright, Wings Denied. That's what I'm gonna listen to next. Alright, so this is going to... Why does it want to build a recursive function? GitHub, please. GitHub, please. I need to double check Seiyrias API. I just don't know what I'm doing. This new CBUI. So, I'll answer your question in a second. I want to look at something, and then I can take a better look. Okay, so that would be fine, and then I floor it. So if can miss and RNG less than 0.1 return 0. I think that'll do it. All right, so the new UI. So everyone is unreasonably excited for the new UI, which, like, to be fair, it does look really nice. I don't understand all of the hype around it, but the specific things that are deceiving about this situation is that you were likely looking at the design mockups. So the design mockups, and I don't think we've ever officially posted a video ourselves, so this might have been a third party posting these design mockups. So design mockups are intended to look pretty close to final and ready to go. Like if I wanted to pull up the MagicCon designs, you would say that this looks pretty finalized. Like you look at this and you're like, wow, that looks really good. You can play the game, right? That's kind of the point, is that the designs are supposed to look finished. But in this case, you know, you can tell that based on what I've told you, it is not finished. There's a lot of work that goes into making a UI functional, and we've been going back and forth trying to, like, figure out a process to get them implemented. Originally, Zhang wanted to do it all at once, and I've been pushing back on that, trying to get them done one at a time. So it's kind of been a little bit of us trying to figure out an actual process to get them implemented. So from what I understand, parts of the new UI are ready to go. We haven't merged them yet. I haven't gotten a pull request yet, and no one has reviewed such a pull request yet, but it's a process because it requires someone to do it, and it also requires someone to review it. So it's not a fast process. It could be if we had like a dedicated person on it, but we have so many more things going on. It's really hard to like commit to that. Hope that helps. Alright, so damage dealt is going to be... Yes. Oh, this is tricky. This is tricky because I have to, like, do some weird every other stuff. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this combatants thing from the story step for now. It's a cool idea, but it's not a cool idea that I am wholly invested in right now. All right, so let's just look at that. What does that look like? Nothing. Nothing, because I am a fool. I wanna unshift, put it at the beginning. I do. Okay, and we want a we're just gonna do const add step equals step by combat story step. Are you gonna push it or are you gonna unshift it? It's gonna push it. I want to unshift it. That's fine. And then we add step, final step. All right, so one thing at a time here. What does this do? All right, Seiyrias kills Krog. I kill him in both the tests. Poor guy. Okay, that's a lot of damage. I want to do power scalar equals, we'll just say 0.2. Where do I? Right here. 0.2 false. This last attack can't miss. So what I want to do, I want to do power scalar number const scalar equals args.const. Here. Okay. Args.combat power scalar or 0.2. All right. So that'll mean you can't just like one-shot someone. All right. Oh, I'm always, of course I'm always the winner because I changed it, so I have to be the winner. Okay. What? Power scalar is not required. Let's change that real quick. It is optional. Yes, I know. Jesus. All right, so this one he can win. Yeah. All right. 10 minutes. I'm gonna have to take a break, and I'll be right back. I need to go make a smoothie and change the thing in my arm. All right. Let's do. Let's do this. Oh, give me 10 minutes. I'm not gonna leave right now, but I'm gonna keep streaming afterwards because I want to have at least a functional version of this done by today. No, it's unfortunate because I wanted to stream today to like either do this and then play some Yu-Gi-Oh later. But alas, I have some things to do around this time, so yeah, whatever. All right, so 2314 damage, 2694 damage. I guess we don't care about overkill. I think that's okay. Shit, I do need to track the combatants at every step. God, I really don't want to. What a mess. What an absolute mess. Combatant stats. Alright, so this will be combatant stats, this. I think what I'll do, final step up combatant stats equals Is that right? Does GitHub know what I want? No, it doesn't. I want this to be 0. GitHub thinks I'm gonna go top to bottom. I'm going bottom to top. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you have questions, feel free to ask, of course. All right. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna build a better test for this. We're gonna take const equals story.steps.map. I'm going to return step dot message. Maybe this will work. I guess we'll see if this works. More of a knowledge thing or a skill thing? I mean, obviously, like, it requires knowledge to do something. Oops, I want to do... But I would say that it's more of a, like... It's more of just knowing what you want. I know what I want, so this is a lot easier for me than if you didn't know what you wanted. You just kind of, like, started, and that was it. Okay, that's fine, because this is technically that weird case where this is not valid. -1/0. Okay, that's technically correct. Okay, so I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna need to do const first step combat story step equals this, and then this will be a step where like, obviously you build skills with programming over time, but knowing what you want is the only way that you get anything done, in my opinion. If you don't know what you want, it doesn't matter how skilled you are, you're not going to get anything done. Message. I'll worry about this in a second. I'm going to do damage dealt 0, combatant stats, and then this is going to be... Are these just iStory combatants? They are. Okay, so I don't want to copy anything. This will be what? What? Oh. There we go. Oh, actually, I want that in there. Yeah. Well, and the thing is, a calculator is one of those things that you can easily do, but you have to know, like, the notation for it if you're going to do that, or if you're going to do a GUI calculator. It's tricky, especially if you're doing a text calculator, because there's some actual computer science things that you need to know. Do the final step first. Calculate the intermediate steps. Do the initial step. This will be that step. First step. This will be outside combatants. Map. You know what? That's good enough for me. Alright, so if I do this... Okay, so I'm attacking him. Oh, that's gonna be really annoying. Things that I type like star star star. Sorry, I think you got censored by something there. Can you like space that out or whatever? Unless you mean the stars, in which case I can explain, I suppose. Args.combatants on up. Yeah. Args is this thing up here. So this is what you pass into the story to start generating a story. Alright, so I need to go through each attack, one player at a time, update the previous step. It's the new numbers. There's gonna be... Alright, I'm gonna throw my hands up in the air for a moment. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna go get my smoothie and I'll be right back. And I need this. Alrighty. That will explain why. Whatever. Alright. Well, we'll see in an hour if what I did will work or not. Alrighty. So now we have to do the hard part. We have to put everything in between. That's gonna be ugh. What is going on in lounge? Oh, whatever. Alright. This is the hard part. My brain is like, oh, you should just do this, but for some reason the code just isn't coming out. Alright, so we want to do something like current. Well, we want it to be 1 because we don't want to get like a double hit at the end there. That would be kind of silly. Thanks for the follow, Flappy. How's it going? Oh, that's my computer name. This is my username on my computer, and then this is the computer name. Is this Windows? This is Windows, yes. I prefer Linux terminals, so all of my terminals are git bash or otherwise. Git bash. Git bash is what I'm using right now. I also have Windows Terminal, which if OBS wasn't picking up specific windows and was using my desktop instead, I would show. But Windows Terminal runs my Ubuntu WSL2 instance. I don't mind that either. Alright, so we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. So I have to do this in reverse. If I... Okay, so then I do... prefstep equals... This will always be like this, and then we do add step. So this will always do what I want it to do. Alright, so we need combatants. Just gonna do this for now. I don't care right now. I need a break condition here. I should have just played Yu-Gi-Oh today. Whatever. Whatever, we're here now. Gotta get it done one way or the other. Solidity is not really expensive if you're like testing things, because you can test it on your local computer or on testnet in the worst case. So it's not really like that expensive, but if you want to push to production, it is expensive depending on the network you push to. I think BSC for us. I'm gonna stream Yu-Gi-Oh again after I'm done with this English, so don't worry about that. I think BSC, when we deploy to BSC, it costs us a couple $100 every time. I don't know about that, because I have to imagine they're smart about like diffing things so you don't deploy more than you need, but I don't know. God, this is so good. Cherry, grape, blueberry, mango, banana. Yep, that's exactly it, Lone Wolf. Alright, so then we need to do current attacker equals. So this will flip the attacker. I mean, realistically, it should be current attacker plus plus if current attacker is greater than or equal to .combatants.length. Then we set current attacker to 0. This is more robust. This will be update the previous steps combatant. This will be change the attacker. Add the most recent step. So this will be prev step.combatant stats. Okay. So I need to do... God, this is fucking terrible. Oh, okay, I got this. Alright, prev attacker equals 0 because 0 is the one who does the final attack, so the current one, when we get into this loop, will be 1. And then we're going to do prev attacker. I don't think that's right. Sure, we'll try that. Oh well, it'll smooth out a little bit. Alright, when is this going to be ready? 50 minutes. Yeah. Well, and that's exactly it, Lone Wolf. I don't like it. Every time, like, I've designed a couple of games for us now, and having to factor in the crypto aspect, it's always a damper on the actual enjoyment of game design. So I've been finding ways to basically separate the crypto from the not crypto. So with MagicConnect, since I have to have some crypto in it and some crypto aspects to it, the game and the crypto aspects completely separate. So it'll be more like they're in the same universe, but they're not like forced into the same game. Because that's where my problem usually comes from, is trying to shove them in the same game. Just doesn't work. Doesn't work at all. So that's kind of my thinking, is just keep them separate as best as I can. Hmm. Why? Hmm. I don't know. Oh, rip Flappy. I should probably make Nightbot a little bit less aggressive. Let's see what we can do. What did you just say? I'm sure Nightbot is... Well, let's see what my Nightbot settings are. It would be in spam protection. You just said I'm new here. What? Yeah, this symbol one has never really made sense to me. I'm just gonna turn off the symbol one. Links is fine. Excess caps is fine. Probably, yeah, 20 caps is way too much. Excess emotes is fine. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry about that. I don't really tune my Nightbot settings that much. Yeah, well, and that's the thing, Lone Wolf, is also, like, all of the games that I have designed, not counting, like, my initial stake in, like, the Cryptoblades design, all of my designs do not include play to earn. There is no, like, rewards pool or anything like that. There's a very obvious reason for that, but CBK is, like, the last project that I've designed where the rewards pool and the game, not the rewards pool, but, like, the crypto and the game aspects are actually at all integrated. MagicConnect, not integrated. And then there's a couple other games where they're just not integrated. Obviously, those games have yet to be announced, so we won't say anything, but Krog has asked me to throw together a couple of games. Alright. My first two games. I've actually made a lot of games. What did I make? I made a GPS game. I made an idle roguelike game. That one was really fun. I made a Tetris Attack clone using CSS and HTML and very little JavaScript. Made Idlelands. This is probably one of the most popular things that people know about me. I made a game called RasterCon. It didn't go anywhere, but it was cute. And then I made an MMO. Oh, so much cool stuff in there. I don't actually know if I can do this. I think I need to do another pass to get these numbers in there. Because I think the final health of the attacker is not something I can know up front. Even though I'm doing this in reverse. No. No, I'm nowhere near famous, Flappy. I'm really surprised that you found me randomly, though. But always happy to have new folks around. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the stuff that I'm working on for Cryptoblades is, yeah. I don't know if you're, like, at all familiar with, like, crypto or anything like that, but that is kind of what we do professionally. And I do a lot of other... I do a lot of miscellaneous things. So like yesterday I made a Discord bot for like us as a company to have better like control on what pull requests are stale. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Let's see if I can do this without revealing too many things about myself here. Where is it? Yeah, alright. So, like, yesterday I made a Discord bot. Yes, yes. So this just, like, tracks our stale pull requests and stuff like that, which is really fun. It was a really quick, really easy project, but it'll do that on a daily basis now, which is really nice. Yeah. Are you also Hungarian, Flappy? I don't know anything about that, Lone Wolf. I only make like extraneous things. I don't really work on Cryptoblades anymore. All right. Yeah, it's I have too many other things to do to work on like the default stuff in Cryptoblades. We have a great team for that. And that enables me to work on other stuff, which is phenomenal. Yep. Flappy, it's the front end is Vue. Not my first choice, but the front end is Vue. And we have a backend API, which is Node. That wasn't there originally, though. And then we do have like a couple other languages we use. We have some C#, we have some Angular, which is not really another language. But primarily it's C#, JavaScript, and Solidity is everything that we have. God, this is just... Alright. I'm not going anywhere. I got too much to do today. Man. Yeah, Golang is a programming language. Some ex-Googler made it. It's like, it praises simplicity or something by stripping out a lot of features that people really like. Hey, Boomerang, doing well. How about yourself? God. Hey, what the fuck? I'm actually somehow stuck. Because I know what I want to do. Wait. Oh. I think I figured out my problem here. Nope, I can't help you with that at all. You have to contact whoever did your giveaway. I can neither verify nor do I want to overstep and accidentally find out that you got doubled something. You're gonna have to ask Levitate, probably? Okay, so... So this... That's confusing. In CBK, to get more king, you have to sell resources in-game. So you can sell... It's a player-driven economy. You can sell to other players, you can buy from other players. But there is no rewards pool. Oh, man. This album is almost done. I'm gonna hit Tesseract next. I haven't heard that in a while. Okay. So this is how much damage they do. Alright. So if I deal that much damage... I feel like I'm still gonna be off by 1 on something. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it, Lone Wolf. That's the idea. Like, I'm not making a play-to-earn game. I'm making a game that utilizes crypto. And I have made sure to tell people every step of the way that that's how it's going to be. So... any preconceptions that people have, and I see that people make assumptions like on a daily basis about what CBK is going to be and how it's going to work, while clearly having never like read any literature about it or ask about it or anything like that. So if that's like, if that's what they want to do, that's fine, but they're gonna be... I keep trying to like stop myself from making a daily announcement like, go read this or you're going to be disappointed if you make any assumptions at all. I've been very clear that, like, if I haven't said it and if it's not written down anywhere related to CBK, it's not going to be that way. But people like to fill in the cracks with all sorts of things that they just like assume will work a certain way or that they assume will be present, when that is just not at all how it's going to be. And it's been kind of frustrating. Kind of frustrating, to say the least. You know what? I think what I'm going to do is set the power to 0 here as well. 0 kills 1, which means 1 had at least X HP. Okay. I think I get this now. So we're going to... Do I really need to install something to clone? I don't really need to. I'm just gonna... I'm lazy. There we go. Look at that. So before we do anything... Alright. So I want to clone... Okay, so maybe... Alright. So we're going to start here. We're going to clone previous step.combatant stats. This is gonna be... This is confusing. I thought I could do this in reverse, and I thought I could make the math work out, but I'm not sure if it will. Whatever, I'll keep trying. This is just gonna be... Well, I already do this in my Idle Lands game, so this isn't that revolutionary or interesting. People like this a lot, though, which is why Krog is like a huge fan of my Idle Lands game. So, where'd my music go? So he's a really huge fan of my game, and he wanted me to bring some aspects of it over to Cryptoblades. Do I just not get to listen to music anymore? Alright. There's just like a couple details that I'm missing that will make this just work, and it's gonna bug me endlessly. Oh, sorry, you mean the CBK stuff. Yeah. Path of Exile actually does that. So Path of Exile is probably the most unique game economy that I can think of. I'm not a huge fan of the game personally, but the economy is entirely player driven. There's no NPCs that like sell you anything. It's only like you find things and you can sell them to other players. You determine the price based on whatever you think it's worth. So it's kind of interesting. But at the same time, it's like extremely frustrating because sometimes you just want to make some money and buy some things. But what can you do? Thanks for the follow, Kawe. There's like one small detail I'm missing, and I know there is. So I have the previous step. Clone the combatants. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to do another step here where I calculate the attacker power health at each step. So I'm gonna have to, like, after I'm done, I'm gonna have to calculate the attacker's power. So I basically have to reverse calculate the defender's power, because the defender always dies, and then I have to move forward with the attacker power, which is really annoying. For which game, Boomerang? In the future, we will see more blockchain. These blockchain only send the tracks in the game itself. Yeah. I don't think we will, Lone Wolf. I don't know if that really will work, if I'm being honest. That doesn't make a lot of sense, in my opinion. Like, there are a lot of ways to do, like, synchronization when you're, like, offline to online, but with blockchain specifically, they're so volatile. I don't think that there will be any offline anything regarding blockchains. Okay, so instead of this, so they were 0. Hold on. Current attacker dot power equals. No, that's not right. That's not right at all. Combatant stats, current attacker dot power equals prev step dot equals dot power. That's not right. I'm not sure. I don't know enough about it to say one way or the other. I just know that offline technology, very flaky. There are ways to, like, make it good, but I'm not sure it'll be actually as good as you're thinking here. Okay, so we do plus equals the previous power, because that's when you get attacked. Then we I mean, that's fine. Like, it's understandable. It's something that even I couldn't really describe to you, honestly. Wouldn't expect you to be an expert on it. Okay. Current attacker dot power. Okay. Okay. So this will be, if you don't miss, you do damage. And then the current attacker. Okay. Now I need a terminal condition here, otherwise this goes on forever, and that's not really ideal. this needs to be current attacker and previous attacker. It can't be... So I think I understand the current way that this is working. And I think I'm going to see a zigzag of zeros when I actually look at the logs for this. I'm gonna get rid of one of these tests. I'm gonna keep the seeded test for debugging. Fuck. Okay. So, if... Okay, here's what we're going to do. I want to look at this. So what we're going to do is if result.steps.length is greater than 10, break. I don't... Whatever. Just show me what it looks like. Miss? How do you miss that many times in a row? I'm being lied to. That's not... This this is not a graphical improvement whatsoever. This is literally just a text-based... This is just text-based. So what you're seeing in the thing here, yeah, basically. It'll give you like a little combat story, if you want to call it that. It's not going to be graphical, not going to be anything. Now, it could be moved into a graphical setting fairly easily just because of the data I'm exporting, but it is not inherently graphical. I am not at all interested in trying to figure out how to do that, but this is kind of step one to getting there if we were to do it. Now, how is the RNG always less than 0.1 here? I think I'm being lied to. Oh, I know how. I know exactly. Wait, do I know how? Maybe I don't know how. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of text-based games. If you had ever looked at my game Idlelands, you would see like something similar. Is I have a lot of... It's a very text-based game. And I really enjoyed like coming up with all of the unique interactions in the game. And you know, kind of doing things like that is what I want to add to all of the projects that I work on. It just adds a lot of flavor for the players. So... What are you doing? What? Well, okay, that's funny because it says it can't miss, but then it's missing every time. That's not right at all. That means something else is broken. And I really don't like that. Okay, there's an attack in there this time. That's cool. Like, the only one that works is the last one, and that makes no sense to me. All right, what is the number that you think you're getting? Yeah, that's not right at all. Oh, wait. What the fuck? Those are actual numbers. Why are they not working? Okay, so my back and forth thing. The back and forth thing is kind of working. The initial first step thing is gonna need to be sorted out, but that's fine. I'm not really worried about that. Oh, wow. Alright, I'm gonna update this one live. Zhang just gave me a new character. You get to see it here before I even put it in my Google Drive. Here we go. And then I'm gonna quick throw that in my Google Drive. The closest thing to an enjoyable job, Lone Wolf, has been this one. I have never in my life enjoyed a job, really. A job was just like a means to an end. I'm always gonna look at it like that. I try not to enjoy a job too much, just because it makes me a little bit stagnant. Where is the upload button? So the things that I like with jobs, Lone Wolf, is I like having agency. And I like being able to be creative in my job. So when I worked a couple other jobs, so I always ask a lot of questions in the interview process to try and ascertain like how the job will be. Employers always lie in interviews 100% of the time. They are bullshitting you 100% of the time. I usually ask questions like, okay, so what if I wanted to improve a process? Like, how does that work? And then all of them say, we encourage process improvements. So, like, say that I find an inefficiency with, like, any process. Like, it could be, like, our development process. It could be a tool that we're using. It could be like a workflow that could be, you know, streamlined a little bit. I'm like, hey, this is like super inefficient. You know, we could do this, this, and this to improve it. And they're like, no, we're doing it that way because that's the way we've always done it, and we don't see a reason to change it now. And it is the most deflating fucking thing to hear ever. I hate hearing phrases like we've always done it that way, so we're going to keep doing it that way. And other like non-answers from businesses. It's just like an excuse for their laziness. And these are the same people that I interviewed with, so it's not like it's it's a different person and they're like lying in the interview and they don't know any better or anything like that. They know that they're not going to accept these. They're literally just baiting you to take the job. Clearly because they're a little bit desperate. The specific job that I'm thinking of also like fired everybody and then wanted me to stay like an extra couple of months because I was one of the most valuable people on the team. Sorry, talking to Zhang as well. Yeah, well, and it is. So I can recount every single job that I have had, before I started working with Phil. And Phil I actually went to college with, so it was more of a, hey, do you want to work on this stuff, not a, like a proper interview, which I hope he is not upset about that. Where's my resume? It's not at the usual location, which is, yeah, whatever. All right. So how many jobs have I been pissed at since I started programming? Yep. Actually, and it's ironic, the job that I had the most say in was the job where I was an intern. Because I was an intern that was extremely specialized and knew a lot about what they wanted to do. And that was probably the best job in that regard. But the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 jobs. The next 13 jobs that I have had in the last 8 years, they were all like that. They were all like two-faced in their interview process, and they were all like, they were just all garbage in some way, shape, or form. They don't represent themselves accurately in an interview. And it makes it really hard to get a read on them, because you talk to them and they're like, oh yeah, this person seems like a reasonable person. Like they know what they're talking about, and they're willing to accept feedback, and they're not like above criticism. And trying to sidestep the system. I see how it is, Anda. Fair call. But then you actually get into these jobs and you see the absolute fucking mess that is their entire, like, everything. And it all starts to make sense. Usually when people are hiring, it's not to scale up, it's because there's a vacancy, and that vacancy is because someone probably got fed up with their shit. Now, there are the genuine cases where people are scaling up, but that's not as common in my experience. My experience is that they need someone to fix their mess. And I've been like a professional janitor, if you want to call it that, for most of my career, just like coming into jobs and no English and as good. I will time you out. That's how it works. I'm not gonna bully Anda. Yeah, I've been like a professional janitor, so I basically would go from job to job. Thanks for the follow, Jeffy. And I would basically clean up everyone else's mess. And I would only work like a couple jobs a year for like a total of 6 months, because it's so stressful, and it's just like, it's so easy to burn out when all you're doing is looking at people's shitty code and trying to fix it, and then being told that you can't, but that being part of your job description where you need to. It's just like you sit there wondering like what you're doing and how you got to this point, Anyway, fast forward to where I am today, and I have a lot of say in how things work, a lot of creative agency, and I get to work in games and get paid reasonably well for working in the games industry, if you want to call it that. So like it's I won't say it's like the best job that I will ever have, but it's the best job I've had to date, just because like if something is wrong, I can either fix it myself and just fix it, or I can be like, hey Phil, we need to do this, and he'll be like, okay. Within reason, of course. Or like creative freedom is something that's super important to me. I like having the ability to choose how I execute things, choose what I execute, and just being able to be like, hey, this is kind of cool. What if we did something like this? And then just being told that I can go do it. like the Discord bot that I showed a little bit earlier on stream, if I were to propose something like that for any other company, it would have to go through 6 layers of bureaucracy before I could even get an okay to work on it. And yesterday I did it in like 2 hours, 3 hours or something like that. Like 6 layers of bureaucracy is like weeks upon weeks of approval required for something that's just like a strict process improvement. Like, and then it's one of those things where corporations, there's too many hands in the pot, but where it is here, I can just do something. I don't have to get like tacit approval from everyone at every step along the way to do something. Just like, hey, do you think this sounds good? All right, cool, let's do it. It's so much better. And then of course, like, I get to design games. You know, I have always liked designing games. I've always liked designing games. If you've seen like the portfolio that I showed earlier, if you look at anything about me, you'll see that a lot of my projects are game-based. I love making games. Games, I love, hate making games. So like, that's just something that I get to do here. I don't get to go to another company and just make games, you know? So being able to have that kind of freedom where I can just like write up a game design document and be like, all right, how's this sound? And then just iterate on the game design. It's a change of pace that I like a lot. If it's like corporate bullshit, it's like, oh, I'm working on this ticket today, but it's actually like, just kidding, I'm gonna take a nap for like 6 hours and fake like I'm doing something, you know? Just to try and get through the day. It's just corporate jobs are so soul-sucking. For many of the reasons I outlined earlier. Sorry, that was a bit long-winded, but I hope that kind of elaborates a little bit more on my stance. All right. 7 minutes. All right. So why are there so many misses? There should only be like 2 misses. No, there should only be 1 miss. So the first one is guaranteed, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th one down should be a miss. Am I counting that right? Huh. I wonder why it's doing that. This makes no sense to me. Why is it doing this? Yeah, that's not important. It is bouncing back and forth, which is what I want. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot is why. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. I'm just an idiot. Alright, look at that. That's correct. Okay. So these are real numbers, which is good. Yeah, I haven't heard anything from anyone, so that's gotta just be you. I hope you got my long-winded explanation. And if not, it's in the VOD. I'm probably not gonna put this one on YouTube. Maybe I'll put my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff on YouTube though. We'll see. Okay. So that was a miss. right, let's start with this, because that's confusing to look at otherwise. All right, so okay, this will help me build my terminal condition. Does that mean music? Oh, what do you mean English? I could. I would need to figure out some weird audio routing stuff. I wonder if I can add like an audio source. Oh. I mean, I don't want to get... Oh, I guess the VOD would get muted by Twitch if it was, No. No, I'd really like to just... Excuse me. I'd really like to just have, like, a couple of programs go to my earbuds, and then I could have, like, lo-fi running. I don't know. I'm sure there's some fancy, like, audio routing that I can do to make this work. What is audio output capture? Twitch have their own music thingy. What do you mean by that? I don't know anything about that. Soundtrack by Twitch? Oh. Ugh. 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 That's a lot of work right now. I don't want to futz with that right now. That's a lot of work. But thanks for the heads up. What I would probably do is I would probably get a like YouTube lo-fi running, and then I can just run my own music. Was anyone here when I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh yesterday? I should just go check the VOD myself. I want to see if the audio from the game got picked up in the VOD. Unless that's something you guys would know, because I would be okay if like the Yu-Gi-Oh music went into the VOD. Just because then it's not just me talking and clicking some buttons on the screen. But I guess I don't know how that works. My Twitch VODs. Yeah, but why don't you just link me to my Twitch VODs? Jeez. Managing. These should all be links to that part of the dashboard. No questions asked. Clips. Oh, that was me. I clipped AGDQ. Well, let's see. Pause my music. Nope, the Yu-Gi-Oh music didn't get picked up either. That's kind of frustrating. Yeah, I need to find a nice way to split the audio so only a couple programs go to my earbuds. And Windows is an absolute mess. Alright. What was I doing? Okay, this. I need to do some stuff here. Okay, so this needs to be prev step plus step.damage dealt. What does that change? Is this math correct? This terminal needs to be bigger. Goodbye. Goodbye, other terminal. You've done nothing for me. Where's that other console.log? I want it gone. It would be in this function. I don't need it anymore. Okay. Okay, so this is some wonky math. This is some really wonky math. Oh, and I think I know why. Because this is like twin step adding them. Is this, do I just want it to be current attacker or previous attacker is the real question. 1747 plus 1095. Actually, is this right? Okay. Is this right? That's a good question. So I am position 0. Krog is position 1. So no, this is off. This is off. This is supposed to be previous attacker both times, I think. Seiyria attacks Krog for 772. So I am 0, he is 1, so his health goes down. That's correct. He attacks me for 14, that's correct. I attack him for 18, that's correct. He attacks me for 98. That's correct. He misses. Oh, I see my problem. Is this a problem? I'm just going to keep following this. Oh yeah, because number 2 misses number 1, so nothing changes. Then I attack him for 849. Because this is the current step, and this is... Okay. And then he attacks me for 1495. I attack him for 1095. He attacks me for 1747. But then I'm dead. Something a little bit off by this yet. But this is getting really close, which is exciting. Make it a 0.2% chance of missing. Does that change anything? It does. I don't want to do that right now. I think 10% chance of missing is pretty fair. Oh, any game. Okay. So there's like a general design boomer that we would have. So we follow that general design. In the early days of CB specifically, it was a lot of like, sure, we can add some stuff ourselves and just kind of see what happens. For CB lately, it's kind of we have too many things to do, so we don't really get a lot of chance to deviate from that list. With CBK, I watch the CBK chat pretty regularly, which I guess I should be doing anyway. And they're like, oh yeah, this seems like it would make sense, and they're just like, you know, I let them have control of things. I give them a general like blueprint, like this is generally what I want, and they're really good about taking like that and still adding things that fit the original vision. So I don't see a reason to like not let them add to CBK in that regard. And those are like the two projects that we have like developers on right now. With MagicConnect, I'm sure it'll be a lot of the same. Someone will be like, can we add this feature? And I'll be like, yeah, sure, why not? like if it doesn't hurt anything and it seems like a good feature that I just didn't think of, like I don't see a reason why not. Sometimes I will have to like sit down and think about that feature, like think if it actually fits. Some features like just don't fit, but that's not to say that no one can add their own things to it. It's just to say that that specific feature doesn't fit. But we're all really like malleable about the projects themselves. If something makes sense, like, you know what, go for it. Okay. Okay, Seiyrias attacks Krog for 1095 damage. So it should always be twin step numbers. Okay. So the numbers are twin stepped, which is absolutely perfect. Oh, so close. Oh. Oh, I disabled VB cable. That's probably why. Okay. I don't need that. It's implied by the damage. So close. What's wrong? Welcome back, Lone Wolf. Alright. We're off by... I'm gonna change this seed. I want to see what something else looks like. This is really frustrating. That's not even right. That's completely off. What the hell? Hopefully Lone Wolf you can't. And if they are, I don't want to hear about it. I'm gonna change that to a number that makes a little bit easier math for me. So this is... That's fair, that's fair. The artist would be very upset with you if she heard you. But I don't think she's in here, so... As long as it doesn't become a thing in Discord, in our MagicCon Discord, I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, so I think I understand my terminal condition now. I need to... if... combatant... No. If... Close. Let's try that. Oh, thank God, it terminated right away. Alright. What the fuck is this math? I only expect one of these to be correct, but... What the fuck? Oh, hey, Levitate. Welcome back to the fun party. I am currently struggling to do math. I hope you enjoy it. After I finish struggling to do math, I'm not going to publish this today. I'll do a little bit more work on it tomorrow, and I just want to get the math working. Once the math works, I'm going to play Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like I can get to Gold 1 today. Alright. I don't even know where that 9981 comes from. I think it went over... Okay. I think I understand what I need to do. Math.max. Math.min. This with combatants. Previous attack. Alright, what if I do that? How does that look? Okay, this might be better. So Levitate attacks me for 519. I attack Levitate for 1590. Okay, this is fine. I just need to do some number shifting now. So I need to clean up these numbers somehow. Fucking Christ, I hate math. It's like, this is a correct combat log. I just need to do some number shifting to make it the right looking numbers. I hate this so much. Like, this should be easy. It ain't. $43 damage. Nice hit, nerd. Alright, so. I think this power calculation that I'm doing is actually just wrong. I think it's just flatly incorrect. But do I need it? I do need this rough power calculation. I think I just need to redo it all in a final pass at the end. That's so stupid. Oh god, isn't that gonna be something? The thing is, people like are gonna look at this and be like, oh, that's cool, but then they're gonna try and like figure out a bunch of details that don't make any sense, like, oh, how did he do 6,000 damage in one hit? But like, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Yeah, people are just gonna prescribe so much pseudo nonsense to this. It's gonna be a little bit stupid, but what can you do? Steps. Oh, what the fuck? Result.steps? Steps, step, reverse, step. Okay, so this will be the combat from bottom to top. That's not what I want, is it? No, that's not right at all. I want it from top to bottom. Hey, okay, Chris. To be fair, I didn't know you were streaming. I was planning on streaming anyway. And honestly, if people took this as bait, I mean, it is kind of bait, but it's not really anything special. You were probably doing actual valuable work. I, on the other hand, am most certainly not. A couple people pulled up multi-Twitch though, so I don't know if you lost too many people. Are they? Do you have a stream schedule yet, Chris? Or are you just kind of doing it when the moment strikes you? Okay, I'm gonna need index as well. I'm gonna need to be able to reference previous and current index steps. That's fair. That's fair. I'm the same way. I wish I could have a schedule, but I just can't. I don't have enough to do, if I'm being honest. Oh, wait. Whoa, does it know what I want? No. No, GitHub, you're so close, but you're so far. Okay, so we're just gonna do if index was 0. We're gonna return. I don't care. I don't care about index 0. Ah, that's fair. Alright, we want to do Sons of Apollo next. Sounds good. I don't listen to that album enough. See if I can finish this up in the next hour so I can play some games and have some fun instead of bashing my head against a wall. Very nice, Chris. Very nice. Okay. So, I mean, I do want the... Do I want the previous step? I might. Occur modifier to 0. So we'll start by modifying index 1. This is dumb. This is dumb and I hate it. This should also do some damage. First hit should do some damage. How does that look? Had me as a character. It can be you versus Levi. It's only a 1v1 thing. Because this is gonna theoretically be a replacement for the Cryptoblades like combat. Instead of just being dice rolls, it's gonna be, I mean, it's still gonna be a dice roll, but it'll be it'll have some bullshit details in there just to make it look a little bit funnier. That's the idea anyway. Oh, changing these names is gonna screw with me. So where's that 519? Is that is 519? So I need to get the difference between the initial and then the next step, and then shift it in a direction. But how do I know what that direction is here? I guess I always shift the second one down and the first one up. And that might actually be good enough, is if I shift them. Oh, this is so dumb. So that's okay. So this is going to be index 1, 2, 0. Okay, so What am I doing? Oh, this might actually just be really, really easy. I might actually just be a dummy. Const attacker HP diff. Const defender HP diff. Wait, does GitHub know what I'm doing? Hold on. 0. That's spooky. I don't know how it knows that I want to do these in reverse order, but it does, I guess. Whatever. And then actually what I want to do, I might not even need to do this nonsense. I might just be able to go... well, okay, it was close. I want this one to be a plus and I want that one to be a minus. What does that look like? Not right, but... oh, not remotely correct. What a mess. Okay. I do still need to skip the first step. How about I add the first step and then I do this? Because the difference is supposed to... what's the difference here? Tell me the numbers. 500 and negative 500. That is wrong. Oh, and you know why? Because... okay, result.steps 0. Result.steps 1. Let's try that. $19 and $3,200. That's not right. This one, I think this one needs to be in the other order. How is this? Okay, I thought I had a good idea. I think I do still have a good idea. I just have a bunch of digits in the wrong spot. Okay, so the difference for attacker will be the first step minus the second step. Seems reasonable. I'm gonna look at these two steps. There must be something I'm missing here. No, that's right. So how am I this dumb? What am I missing? Oh, because this is still switched. What about now? 3,700 minus 481. Well, now something else is wrong. I need to put those numbers on the other side. This is a little bit too trippy for me here. Okay, let's look at that again. Okay. Chris at 10,000 attacks Levitate for 673. What? Levitate attacks Chris. That works. So it's like this first attack is getting completely ignored. Levitate shouldn't be able to attack if he has negative HP either. But is 480? Yeah, negative 481's the difference there. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I've got this. Maybe. Do this. And then... What if I get rid of all the ones where you're dead? Where's that 5? Oh, did I typo? What? Yes, I typoed. Okay. So Levitate attacks Chris. Chris attacks Levitate. So then we just have to add a new death state, I think. Okay, is that 15? Yeah, that's 1599. Okay, so... just what if we do this? I don't know. Let's take a look. Do you, if you want to count the marketplace, there's 3 on the marketplace. If you don't want to count the marketplace, there's Chris, Kevin, Dan, and Talner. And Edith is helping as well. So I guess there'd be 5 on CB. There's 3 more if you count the marketplace, and then there's 3 people on CBK. And Bilbo, yeah, Bilbo ends up doing a lot as well. You're right. Okay, so I'm gonna do push message. Levitate has been defeated by Chris. Alright. Poor Levitate. Alright, so I think this is done. I'm going to run some tests on random data to make sure that I'm not entirely crazy. Make sure this still works. Okay, get rid of all the extra logs. Alrighty. Let's run some random tests. Okay, that's not good. That's actually just flatly incorrect right there, so that's cool. Yeah, marketing, I don't even want to count like the marketing and the other teams just because there's a lot of people like org-wide and that stuff. But I'm glad we have a bigger developer team. Just the three of us back last year was awful. So it's great to hear that we are just expanded enough where it's a little bit less stressful for everyone. No, this shouldn't even work, right? This is JavaScript, Javi. I mean, it's TypeScript, but it's basically JavaScript. What the fuck? How is this happening? Wait, why is he getting the first strike in this one? The Levitate one, Levitate got the first strike. Oh, first strike is just determined by math, I guess. Alright, so it can come up negative. Is it going to keep coming up negative? Is that just... Oh, that's so sad. Wait, do I have a... Is that seeded? It's not seeded. I guess I need to find a seed so I can debug this. Okay, this seed will do, I suppose. I need to make anything that would do that into a miss. I wish it was easier to sprinkle them throughout here, but it's just not realistic. So what do we do? Right, negative attacker HP into misses. I don't like this pattern. I wish GitHub did not do this. That's just indentation for no reason. what? That's not right, is it? Okay, so Krog is in position 1. Oh, this is just going to be more complicated than it has to be, isn't it? Well, we can start with this. And get this in the right order at least. Although, it has to be the previous step that does it. So I need to check the next step. Okay, this might not be terrible. So next step equals result.steps. So we just want to do okay. And then this is going to be really annoying. Then I have to do result.steps.slice. Index +1 dot for each. Okay, but the good news is this should only ever occur in this one case, so I can rewrite all of these numbers and it won't actually fuck anything up. I hope. God, I really hope we never want to extend this. Famous last words. I'm sure this is going to see some work beyond what I'm doing today. I feel sorry for whoever has to work on it, especially if it's me. That's probably a good call, Chris. Alright, there we go. So, the God miss happens if I would ever die. If player 1 ever dies, there's a God miss that just happens. God says no. Works for me. Can you... Sure. Whatever. Yeah, if anyone If anyone ever wants to extend this to add healing, will not work. I mean, I guess it would. It would just skip a couple of steps, but I don't know. All right, this is as done as I think I care for right now. I'm not gonna publish this on NPM yet. I'll do that tomorrow or something. I'll make sure the big man sees this, and then I'm gonna play Yu-Gi-Oh! It's that time of day. Where were we talking about this? Wow, that's a lot of misses in this combat. It's like a 10% chance, and it happens twice in a row, twice. In total of 5 times. That's wild. Alright, so does anyone care if I restart the stream to just have it be in Yu-Gi-Oh mode? I don't know if I can, like, clip it in the video editor halfway through. I think I'm gonna just restart my stream. You do. Is there any reason why I should be worried? Create combat story. Dash A is commit everything. So, oh, whoops. Oh, never mind. I did. I habitually do. So I did a git add dot, and that adds everything to the commit, which was all of these files. I was scared for a second because I didn't remember doing that. I just kind of do it out of habit, and I forget about it all the time. And then, you know, dash M is for the message here. So dash A is just commit everything. I do my absolute best to just make sure my staging is clean enough where I can do that. I don't like committing files individually because that's just tedious, so I don't. It says it's updated still, but it's not. Yeah, no problem. Alright, so I'm going to be right back. When I get back, I'm going to flip my stream over to Yu-Gi-Oh! And then, yeah, I guess it's just time to do the thing. But yeah, I'll be right back. Gotta go put this away. Alrighty. It's that time that exactly 3 people were waiting for. I will be back momentarily.